Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro and the start of this video with a new way to approach astrology. This is do at your own pace. Astrology for beginners, 16 astrology classes, 14 plus hours of lectures and 1 hour of free appointment. Win-win situation everywhere. Link in the bio, contact on the number below. Most welcome. And now the video which you always wait for, 11th May to 17th May 2025 weekly horoscope. Very important transit this week, very important. How it will impact all, that's welcome. Akash ji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash ji.
Namaskar, Rohiji Ram Ram. Thank you so much. Yes, today we'll be discussing about this week, which has the biggest transit, and that is transit of Jupiter, Brahaspati Dev. Everyone has been waiting for this transit, even me, waiting very eagerly. Now, let's start with Aries ascendant people. May 13, Moon will enter into debilitation. That means Scorpio in the 8th house. Now, remember, when we look at any planet, we also learn astrology here while we are doing weekly horoscope. So here, if you see 1 2 3 4 5, Moon is sitting 5th from its sign. This means even if it is debilitated, it will still give you one of great results because it is sitting 5th from Cancer. Only thing, health wise, we have to be careful this time. In the beginning of the week, there can be a little bit of cold, cough, flu that we can be experiencing. On other top, Jupiter is aspecting Moon, creating a good yoga. It's not proper Gaj Kesari yoga because this is a Dushtana. But on the other hand, Moon is putting very great aspect on Jupiter. Finally, Jupiter is at a very, very high degree, going to be moving into the sign of, Gemini. So positively, you will see that some great news related to money or old money, maybe inheritance or old money that is coming from insurance or settlement can be seen during this time. Some benefit from in-laws also can come. That is the possibility here. Finally, Brahaspati Dev, Jupiter will enter into Gemini here. One of the most positive transits. Now, when you, again, I tell you, count from the houses Jupiter really rules. 4th from the 12th house, 1 2 3 4. That means Aries ascendant people in the next 1 year, those who are thinking of buying a property in a foreign country. Now, this is a positive time for you. In fact, Jupiter is going to be aspecting your 7th house. That means new relationships, new partnership, aspecting your 9th house, higher education, learning also begins, and aspecting the 11th house where Rahu is going to enter on 18th of May. So that means already this house is protected with the 9th aspect of Jupiter, which is the most powerful one. So those people who are vomiting all the fear on YouTube that Rahu will come, destroy this, that, whatnot, no, that's not how it's going to be happening. It's good. What is happening, if you see on a larger level, Mars is in higher degree now and will be moving towards the sign of Leo where Ketu will be entering. That is why war-like situations have started and the world is experiencing a little bit of turmoil. It is not because of Rahu. Rahu is not responsible for it. In fact, here, Jupiter looking at the 11th house makes your goals, wishes, aspiration, and especially monetary aspiration coming true. Those who are in relationship also, this is exactly 7th from the 5th house. This means new partnership, new relationship, marriage, commitment can also happen. So it's a very positive transit. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Sagittarius. Now this is a Gaj Kesari yoga. Jupiter in an Upchaya house. I know it's not that powerful. Moon is very powerful in the Trikona. That means the 9th house of Dharma. Here it is getting direct aspect of Jupiter. So here 9th house, your Bhagya, their destiny will be awesome. Higher learning is possible. There is possible of some travel also for maybe some spiritual or some kind of religious purposes. So that is also great. Those who are starting their education or those who are going to be applying for their higher education will also get some good news. Very positive. Health of the father also becomes positive, proper, and if you get any advice from Guru this week, make sure you follow it. Finally, Sun will end its exaltation and enter into the sign of Taurus. Now here also let's take consideration the 5th house lord is sitting exactly 10th from itself in the 2nd house. In the positive way, you are going to be very creative, very outspoken. There can be a lot of expression that you will have to show during this time. Those who are in any work that is related to teaching, sales, marketing, investments, finance, you will see a great rise in your income. Also, with children, if you are thinking that job of children is not happening, see, the 5th house lord is sitting 10th from itself. So here job of children also happens. So this is a very positive transit. Only thing, Sun is a malefic planet. When it comes to the second house, it can create some problem like, speech or harsh speaking or fighting, such kind of things, which we have to be absolutely careful about. Many people have been asking about the WhatsApp group. There is a link in the description that has the WhatsApp group. You can join that group and also, do your chart analysis on that group. So that is a great option there. Other than that, there is also another thing, that is the Astrology for Beginners Do at Your Pace course. These are 16 pre-recorded astrology classes with 40 plus hours of lectures. Once you do this, we'll get on a call one-on-one for 1 hour to understand your doubts and maybe look at your chart as well, as you wish. So all the best. Have a great time. Link is in description. Taurus ascendant. When we talk about Taurus ascendant here, moon is in Scorpio. Now this means that in the Kendra, in the 7th house, the 3rd house lord is become debilitated. Can create little bit of misunderstanding or emotional dependence on your partner, and you may not get help at the right time. But positively, your charisma, your attitude, your power will be much bigger. Don't look at the negative side, look at the positive side here. Moon is putting an aspect, the exalted aspect, on a Jupiter, which is at the highest degree right now. Those who will be born around 13th, 11th of May till 15th of May will be having Jupiter as their Atma Karaka. Sorry, before 14th of May, because Jupiter will then go into this sign and take 0 degrees. But yeah, they will have Atma Karaka as Jupiter if they are getting born on 13th or 14th. So all the best. Here, when these two benefics are in Kendra looking at each other, lot of doshas get clear. There may be possibility that if you are thinking of getting into a relationship, or somehow you want a commitment, this is the time that you may get commitment. Those who are also trying to start a family, very positive, because Jupiter is the highest degree in this time, is aspecting 5th, 7th and 9th house, where moon is debilitated as well. So there is a possibility of family expansion also. Business wise, we will see that some kind of challenges can come, mostly related to communication. So we have to be very careful, because the communication lord has become debilitated in the 7th house, can cause misunderstanding. So we have to be very careful this time. Finally, the thing that Taurus have been waiting for, and this is the thing that is related to your job satisfaction, problems, politics away from your job, and also growth in job. And those who are in specially field related to research, data analytics, engineering, sales, marketing, speaking, teaching, mentoring, healing, doctors, medical, every accountants, such a beautiful time. Jupiter will be aspecting your 6th house. That means you will get a little bit relief from your diseases or challenges that you have been going on. Jupiter will be looking at the 8th house, that is its own sign, the 9th Rashi, Dhanu, and also will be looking at the 10th house. Now here, this is the best placement of Jupiter, because Rahu is transiting to the 10th house, can create havoc in business or in workplace, but Jupiter already protecting you with the 9th aspect. So such a beautiful time. The channel already has uploaded a video completely step by step on Jupiter. If you want to go look at that, that will give you more clarity here. In many cases, you will see that Jupiter in the 2nd house can be okay for income, but can be very, very expensive for work, for research, and for career. Like career grows a lot. Income comes slowly. Honestly, income comes slowly here. But when it comes about work expansion, your net worth increases rather than your liquid cash, in a simple way to put at it. Yeah. So your company can be worth 5 million, but you have $5,000 in your bank account. That's what this time is. So even in your workplace, your status increases, but your monetary benefit you get after Rahu enters into the sign of Aquarius. So here we will have to wait for that. Moon, on the other hand, enters into the 8th house. Here, the lord of the 3rd house is in the 8th house now, aspected by Jupiter. Now, this is not a place where Moon becomes debilitated, but a benefic here can give you challenges related to health, especially if you are struggling with obesity. There can be also challenges like, stomach problems. There can be challenges. Those who are diabetic, their diabetes can go up this time. So be very control over your food. And also because Jupiter in the 2nd house, you'll be eating a lot now, because wherever Jupiter sits, it expands, right? So your mouth will be expanded. Put food. This is what is happening. So we have to be careful in that area. One more very positive thing with Jupiter in the 2nd house, aspected by this beautiful moon. This means that if there is any inheritance or property from your family that you're supposed to receive. There may be initiation or talk of these things like inheritance also that will start. Finally, Sun will enter into Taurus after a long exaltation in your 12th house. Sun has now moved to the Kendra, to the Lagna. Lagna is Kendra and Trikona both, because see, this is a quadrant as well as a trine, one of the most benefic houses, and the Lord of the 4th house is sitting 10th from itself. This is the time to achieve work-life balance. There can be possibility that if your status or if your hierarchy has to happen somewhere, look at this, don't take it in a very simple way. Jupiter is aspecting your 10th house, Sun is aspecting the 7th house. In this cases, both 10th from the 10th receives aspect of Jupiter and Sun. Jupiter receives the 10th aspect and Sun receives 10th from the 10th, this 7th house aspect. This month is a very good month when it comes to promotion, hierarchies, getting status improve, getting power coming to you. So this week is also very good, but Sun and Jupiter is here for a long 1 year, but here Sun is here for this month. So please take the use of this month. It's a very, very positive time for you. Only thing, Sun comes in the ascendant, you are egoistic. Sometimes it is required not to celebrate too quickly. That's what happens when Sun is in this position. You may want to celebrate quickly and you get evil eye and nothing, your work also gets half done. That's what it happens. So be very careful in these areas. All the best. Also, many people have been asking about the WhatsApp group for chart analysis. There is a WhatsApp group now. You can go there, put your chart details, and analysis will happen. So you will see the procedure of the group here, that it's down there. Also, astrology at your own pace, 16 pre-recorded astrology classes with 40 plus hours of lectures and 1 hour of appointment free after we do the classes, complete the classes. Very reasonable. So look for it, and all the best. I will see you there. Gemini ascendant, Rohitji. When we talk about Gemini ascendant, Moon is entering into Scorpio. Now look at this Moon, the second house lord in the 6th house. What a great news. That is related to debt. If there is any major debt that is troubling you, there is a possibility because of the aspect of a very heavy high, like 29 degrees 43 minutes of Jupiter is exactly looking at Moon here. This means this house is at a very powerful status. If you are struggling from debt, either paying or either debt recovery or either applying for debt, trying to get money, this is a positive time. You may also get some positive results from your tax return. Then suddenly you find a check that, okay, tax return has come. So this is also one positive news. In workplace also, if you see, little bit of emotional drama can happen. You may have little bit of emotional challenges with the work people. But on a positive note, foreign, anything that has to do with foreign countries, anything that has to do with long distance gains, it is what happens. If you're work-wise, you're applying for a long distance job, or if you're company is trying to place you somewhere long distance, here you may get some great positive results. Moon in the 6th house can also be challenging when it comes to your health, especially on the water retention in the body, sometimes dehydration, getting loose motions, something getting like suddenly watery stool is coming. That kind of problem can happen. So stay hydrated, try to take as much as Ayurvedic or all the natural ingredients as possible, and don't overeat during this time, because Mars is also debilitated in the 2nd house of eating, so we don't want to get sick. Now here, this Rashi Parivartan Yoga is also very great, where Mars is in the house of Moon and Moon is in the house of Mars. This also creates some adjustment in debts. Debt is which is troubling you. You may find some way that this time that how to get rid of it. Finally, the moment that you have been waiting for, 14th of May, when Jupiter will enter into the ascendant. Look at the 5th, 7th, and the 9th house. Gemini ascendant people, those who are waiting for love, romance, education, higher education, going to a foreign country, marriage date, business partnerships, new startups, this is an absolute beautiful time. On the channel here, I have made a complete video which only describes Jupiter's movement. So that's how positive Jupiter is for you during this time. In fact, the most positive thing about Jupiter is not the transit, it is the aspect on the 9th house where Rahu is coming. Here Rahu has scattered energy when it is in the 9th house, because this is the house of dharma, and Rahu has been tagged as a non-dharmic planet. It is called a Papa Graha. Somehow Parasharaji mentioned this because of the material nature of Rahu, that he is material. In that case, right now this is Kali Yuga. Rahu is no longer a pap graha. If Rahu is not good, then we will not get material benefit. Here, Rahu is getting aspect of Jupiter. That is the ninth aspect of Jupiter. When it will transit here, it will improve your income also. Such a positive time. So the big video is there. You can get more details on it, but it's an absolute bliss for Jupiter coming into your ascendant. Later, in your ascendant, Jupiter is there in the seventh house. Moon comes in the house of Jupiter and makes Gaj Kesri Yog in the what you say, in the Kendras. And Jupiter aspecting from Kendra removes all the malefic effects of your seventh house. That means if there is problem related to marriage, challenges in divorce, separation, business problems, business dealing problems, partnership problems, you will see a major relief in this area. So such a positive sign. When Moon comes here, from partnership you gain money, because second house lord is exactly sixth from itself. So in your workplace, in the place where your partners are or your colleagues are, you benefit from them. Also, because second house lord is in the seventh house is also the house of status. Your status improves. So this is one positive news. Finally, sun, the third house lord, goes to the 12th house. There can be sudden travels. These travels can be either to a foreign country, or either there can be possibility of short distance travel, maybe for leisure also, but expenses are on the rise. In some cases, siblings also need some money. Your friends may borrow some money from you. Be very careful when you're lending out money during this week. Also, because sun is in the 12th house, be careful about the health of the father. In the workplace, communication or your over communication or you expressing too much can also create losses, because look at this, third house lord is sitting exactly 10th from itself. So we want to be very sure what we are speaking, otherwise we can experience expenses on our communication. This is what generally happens when third house lord goes to the 12th house. Okay, be very careful. On the other hand, many people have been asking about the WhatsApp group. So WhatsApp group is below in the description. You will see a WhatsApp link also, and that is for astrology for beginners, the 16 astrology classes, 40 plus hours of lectures pre-recorded, and 1 hour of appointment after your astrology classes is complete. So take the most benefit of this. All the best. Now here, Cancer ascendant. Moon is entering into Scorpio. Now, when we look at Moon, Lagna Lord in the fifth house, that's why I told you that Moon in Scorpio is debilitated only for the reason that there was a fight between Mars and Moon. And Mars also said, I will also get debilitated. In fact, Mars is still not debilitated. People don't understand the concept of debilitation. Mars is weak. Mars is not debilitated. Mars will get debilitated on 3rd of July. 3rd of June, sorry, when Mars achieves 28 degrees in 1 minute. So I saw it today. So it will get debilitated then. So 3rd to 6th of June is when Mars can create major problems, but not right now. So it's very good. In fact, there is Rashi Parivartan between Lagna Lord and the 5th house. This is a very auspicious time for education, for startups, even if you are in speculative gain business, if you are in gains business related to some sudden ups and downs, like maybe share market, stock market, crypto, you may immediately start getting some benefit. And the reason is Jupiter putting an aspect exactly with the highest degree. Jupiter is at 29 degree on 13th of May. 29 degree, 51 minutes or 52 minutes is where it is. It was putting an it is putting a very, very awesome drishti here. This means that this is powerful, and you may also gain from this time. And everything is front of you. That thing is made up. You can go and check on Google. Everything is like exactly happening. This is how the whole universe is looking right now, the solar system, and where what planet is. Now, if you see another good thing here, Jupiter will enter into Gemini. One more thing before I move to Jupiter, Moon is putting an exalted aspect on the 11th house. That means gains from social circle also happens, gains from children also happens, and gains from elder siblings also happens. So that also is very good. If there is advice also, that advice can bring you gains. So don't take advice lightly. When Jupiter enters into Gemini, into the 12th house, here it makes a Vipreet Raja Yoga. That means the 6th house Lord has gone to the 12th house, aspecting the 6th house, aspecting the 4th house, aspecting the 8th house. Now, what happens here? We have to be two ways we have to understand this placement of Jupiter. Number one, if you're going through Mahadasha, Antardasha of Jupiter, then it will be very much, active for you. Active means going to foreign countries, suddenly some kind of spending. There can be possibility that workplace wise, listen to this carefully, workplace wise you may get a government job also, something that has to do with change of job also, because Jupiter with the 7th aspect is looking at the 6th house. Change of workplace is also possible. But somehow some unseen expenses also happen for the next 1 year. You have to be careful in unseen expenses and try to do as much as savings you want. One remedy here is that, because Jupiter is coming to the 12th house and 6th house lord is coming to the 12th house, try to donate medicines in the hospitals, maybe government hospitals, or maybe, if there is any kind of medicine bank or food bank in the hospitals, try to go and donate there, because that will mitigate this effect, because already you have to spend for a hospital or for a clinic. So, this is the shortcut way out. On the other hand, because Jupiter is looking at the fifth aspect on the fourth house, sixth house, your debt can be happening because of your property. So maybe you are buying new property, new car. This is one great thing. Jupiter is aspecting where Rahu is going to be going to the eighth house. So Rahu cannot destroy you. Sudden ups and downs cannot happen. So it's going to be very beautiful transit for you. There is a complete bigger video also that we have made on the channel. So you can go there and watch it as well. It will help you with more precise description about Jupiter entering. Okay, in the weekly we cannot cover so much, but positively, Jupiter is now going to be aspecting Moon. The Lagna Lord in the sixth house gets you away from diseases. There is possibility there can be also cure that you have been looking for a very long time related to your diseases. In some cases, it also means that the health of the mother, which was completely going bizarre, crazy, bad, also becomes very good. There is one more thing. When Jupiter looks at the sixth house where Moon is, this is possibility of getting into some great agreement or emotional, what you say, emotional सुलह को क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में. So sorry, see, I forgot. Rohiji, emotional, the battle between, your work colleagues, the emotional settlement. Emotional settlement between your colleagues and you, the ego war that was going on can finally be a little bit of relaxed. That's how.
Reconciliation between both. Reconciliation.
Reconciliation, yes, because both are benefits. So here they will make sure that in workplace there is going to be benefic results. When we look at this, on the other hand, Moon in the sixth house can be related to health issues also. We have to be careful about stomach, especially dehydration can be one area where we have to be most careful. Finally, Sun will enter into Taurus. Second house lord, 10th from itself in the 11th house. Now this is the time that you've been waiting for. All the effort done, everything done, gains from government, gains from, gain of wealth through speech, gain of wealth through social media, gain of wealth through social circle, friends, maybe collaborations with friends. That kind of scenario is happening. But 11th house Sun, one thing, it's an Upchaya house, by the way, 11th house. We have to be careful about this Sun, because this Sun can also create some mental trauma. That means, suddenly very high ambition that, okay, I got this, now this is my next goal. Be very reasonable with yourself. Don't try to put lot of effort on your goals and stuff like that, because everything is okay, goal will be good, everything is positive. But when his Sun comes here, you cannot be rude in your social circles. You have to be maintaining quite well, proportionate conversation, or maybe socially also be very proportionate and very, very careful. That's what is required. You are supposed to gain, but sometimes people will say, acha, isko mil gaya, now he's acting like he's very smart, he got it, he's now smart. We don't want that. On the other hand, many people have been asking about the course. So course is also there, and there is a WhatsApp link in the description which can help you connect with people, and you can do your chart analysis. So write down in the description, go, and there is a WhatsApp link. It shows that here you can chat with people. So community, join this community. So use that. All the best. Now Rohit, let's move on to for Leo ascendant Rohit. When we talk about Leo, Moon is entering into Scorpio. Now here the 12th house lord is exactly sitting fifth from itself and debilitated. This means that there can be some challenges or expenses that can be happening related to your home for your mother. There can be shifting going on, so some repair going on, which may create some expenses. So expenses are there. But there is Rashi Parivartan Yog, the expenses that will be happening for the betterment only, not for the bad stuff. So that is one great news. Here, one more thing you will see, that since Moon is the fourth house, this is the Karaka. Moon is the Karaka, the significator of the fourth house. Here it can be very benefic when it comes to receive a very powerful, a 29-degree aspect of Jupiter. This house is illuminating right now, so powerful that, anything that has to do with expenses or anything that you have to achieve related to real estate, you may actually, if you are in that area of work right now, you may achieve that also. Finally, Jupiter is entering into Gemini. Now, when Jupiter enters into Gemini, this is another great news for all the Leo ascendant people, because finally the aspects of Jupiter are changing, and much more required places like Jupiter aspecting your third house, Jupiter aspecting your fifth and seventh house are happening. And the main thing is, see, this is how God works. Rahu is going to be coming to the seventh house here. And because Jupiter is aspecting with the ninth aspect here, there is going to be positivity here. Rahu is going to be making sure to give you very best results rather than bad results. Jupiter already coming and preparing, almost 4 days before Rahu is coming here. So very positive. Now, one more thing which we have to be very careful about is that Jupiter is aspecting the fifth house, third house. In such cases, many people take initiation to start a new company. Very good. Just make sure that you know that if you're going to Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, then it is a positive thing. But if it is not there, then you have to look at your charts very closely. Jupiter sitting in the house of communication and aspecting the house of social circle and aspecting the house of communication with the fifth aspect means lot of creativity for those people who are in social media, anything that has to do with writing, publishing, journalism, creativity. You will see a very big impact. In fact, if you're writing any books, this, that, whatnot, here also you may feel very, very confident, very, very positive. Another thing which Jupiter is doing is putting the aspect on the fifth house of speculative gain, which is its own sign. What a positive, what a powerful aspect. Now, if you look here, Rohitji, Saturn is also putting an aspect here. So we cannot ignore that. Saturn is putting a 10th aspect here with Jupiter putting an aspect. So if things are very slow right now related to creativity, children, childbirth, once Jupiter comes here, childbirth also happens in a very, very positive way. Saturn can give problems, troubles, delays, but the karmic pattern of Saturn is the 10th aspect. Wherever 10th aspect happens of Saturn, in that house, in that area of life, you start getting results or karma gets completed. So here, childbirth is also very much possible. Education is also very much possible. There can be delays in education if you're going to a foreign country, but otherwise there is no problem here. Very great. I have made a very big video on Jupiter and transit. Make sure to see that and you will be able to understand it in a very, very nice way. Finally, Moon will enter into Sagittarius here. When we look at Moon into Sagittarius, it is receiving an aspect of, and this is the best place for Moon to be, by the way. 12th house Lord, exactly 6 from itself, aspected by Jupiter, means that if your children are going through health problems, if you are going through health problems, everything will get solved immediately. There is another positivity here. If you look at Jupiter aspecting here, this is the 7th aspect. That means getting money or monetary benefit through partnerships, through children, through creativity. That means if there is any kind of startup idea that you have, this is the time to put that on table and start earning for that. So such a positive time. So happy for all the Leo ascendant people. Finally, your Lagna Lord is no longer exalted. It has come to the sign of Taurus, which is not bad. Lagna Lord sitting 10th from itself, which means growth in career. There is positivity in career. There can be possibility of hierarchy in career. Power comes, status improves. This Sun is also aspected by Saturn. That means more discipline. And if you are given bigger roles, more responsibility will come on you. So actually, it's a very positive placement of Sun. Lagna Lord in the 10th house. Career-wise, it's going to be amazing time for you. So all the best. This week is a very, very nice week. Do at your own pace astrology for beginners. We have 16 of astrology classes and 40 plus hours of lectures pre-recorded. And after you take these classes, we'll be doing 1 hour of free appointments. So make sure that you are enrolled, and all the best. Virgo rising, Virgo ascendant. When we look at here, Moon is entering into Scorpio. Now look at Moon. Moon is the Lord of the 11th house, getting exactly 5th from itself, but debilitated. Somehow, there is one more good yoga here, which is Rashi Parivartan Yoga. That's why Moon is not malefic here, it is benefic. Because see, Moon is in the house of Mars, Mars is in the house of Moon. So both are debilitated. So this means cancellation happens. Now what happens here in such cases, even receiving a very positive aspect of Jupiter does not give you hardships. In fact, all your work, even travel, short distance travel, happen very smoothly. Since the 11th house Lord is in the 3rd house, communication is the key to get gains. This time, be over-expressive, be communicative, make sure that with your siblings and with your neighbors, with your friends, try to be as much as open, clear communication at all. That will help you. Finally, the thing that you've been waiting for, Jupiter, the Kendra Lord, coming back to the Kendra, where Jupiter in the 9th house was not a bad thing. But here, this is a very positive thing because the struggle that you are going through is related to debt. And this time, Jupiter is going to be aspecting your second, your fourth, and your sixth house. Second house, money, expansion in money because of creative efforts, possibility of getting lot of wealth through your, or accumulating lot of wealth. And also the ninth aspect going on the sixth house, victory from enemies. Rahu is going to be coming here. Very great placement of Rahu aspected by Jupiter. Victory from any kind of, people who are your enemies. Pass, getting 100% score in competitions also. On top of that, you have to see your Mahadasha. You should be going to Rahu Mahadasha, Jupiter Antardasha, or Jupiter Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha. Unless and until nothing will happen. Mahadasha is more important than transit because transit comes as a last layer. Okay, here you will see that Moon is going to be making sure, Saturn is, Jupiter is going to be making sure that it actually nullifies all the negative effects of Jupiter, of Rahu in the sixth house, and gives you benefic results. So that is one great news. New property can be purchased, and that property can be purchased in partnerships also. So that is one great news. Jupiter aspect in the second house, your status increases in your workplace. Also your wealth, net worth goes up. Loans, you have been a lot of struggling, right? See Jupiter's ninth aspect there. You will get such beautiful opportunities that you may able to get your debt away from your life. So this is not a very small time, it's 1 year. So great transit. Finally, Moon enters into Kendra, the 11th house lord in the 4th house, gains from real estate, gains from gain from motherly kind of figures, gain from your house, home, income. Those who are in real estate business, what a great time. Look at Jupiter in the Kendra now aspecting Jupiter, aspecting Moon, again making Gaj Kesari Yog. This is a very potent Gaj Kesari Yog, by the way. This means that a lot of obstacles related to career as well as a lot of obstacles related to workplace can actually, home, the emotional security, home, domestic luxury also improves in your life. That is very good. Moon in the 4th house, mother, or this is the time to actually talk to your mother, be with your mother, try to be understanding that, emotional dependence on mother should be shown. You should be loving your mother, or maybe pick up a phone and call your mother right now and talk to her for a long time. This is how positive this transit is. Finally, Surya Dev, Sun is going to be entering into Taurus. Now look here, the 12th house lord is in the 9th house, exactly 10th from itself. Because of work thing, you may also get some kind of work tours. In some cases, sorry, don't take it in a wrong way, it is sitting 10th from the 9th house, 12th from the 9th house, and 12th house lord is sitting in the 9th house, can also signal job losses, or quitting the job and getting another new job. That is possible here. So I wish and I pray that such kind of problems does not happen. Only positive that happens with everyone who's watching this right now. This is a genuine prayer from to God. This time, be active for Sun. Don't do too much remedies, but put water to Sun. There is possibilities. This 9th house is where it is the house of father, guru, mentor. If you need to connect back to your gurus, mentors, fatherly figures, this is the right time to take action. Okay, all the best. Very beautiful time this week. Otherwise, Sun may create little bit of egoistic approach when it comes to other people giving you knowledge. You say, oh, I know everything. Try to listen to everyone. Don't disrespect. That is the only small thing that you need to focus on this week and this whole month till June of 14th. Okay. Now, many people have been asking about WhatsApp group. There is a WhatsApp group in the description where you can go and where you can easily, easily get your chart done. There is also a link for donation. We are very soon going to be starting a cow shed, that is a gaushala. That is what we have decided. So for that, link is there in the description for donations as well. All the donations will be displayed, that who has donated and what is happening. So thank you for that. And on other hand, Sun, there is also the astrology for beginners 8-week course. This is starting from 16 astrology classes. That is 40 hours of pre-recorded content. Once you listen, once you are done with it, then you can come to us and get your 1 hour of free appointment. So all the very best here. Awesome. Libra ascendant. Now you want to hear this, right? One person says, I got very annoyed when you sorry. One person says, I get very annoyed when you talk about Libra ascendant, and Libra is the best. So for Libra ascendant, Moon is entering into the second house, the 10th house lord in the second house of speech debilitated gives you one clear indication that in the workplace, don't try to be over smart, don't try to speak too much, or don't try to do emotional drama. That is what this time says. There's a Rashi Parivartan Yog between second and the 10th house lord. This means that there is also possibility of getting some good gains. But sometimes what happens, we are about to get good gains, but we speak something rubbish, and then suddenly problem happens. We are safe because Jupiter is putting a very 29-degree aspect on this moon right now, so which is very positive. But still, we have to be careful not to be emotionally drained into other people's problem. Look at your problem, look at your stuff, and this is going to be very, very positive for you. When we look at when we look at Jupiter here, finally Jupiter Brahaspati is going to the 9th house of higher learning, wisdom, gurus. You will be very much now attached to your guru, or there can be possibility that you may be doing higher learning now, which is very great. Look at the aspects of Jupiter, which is not so simple. Jupiter is looking at your lagna, looking at your ascendant, looking at your third house, and looking at the fifth house. Fifth house Rahu, new love affairs can happen, and Jupiter's aspecting there is going to make sure that it expands the love and dependence on love affair. Jupiter here, looking at the third house, can give you such great boost in this year for creating something like writing, like literature, teaching, anything where you need initiative and courage. You will be able to take that in a very, very positive, very, very amazing manner. Now, one more thing. When we talk about this Jupiter here, there is one little bit of small problem with Jupiter in the 9th house. Look at this house is house of Gemini. This means that Jupiter and Mercury are not that great friends. So wherever Jupiter is sitting, it can create little bit of delays, we can say, or disappointments in terms of higher learning, education, in terms of traveling for pilgrimage. It can create a little bit of disappointments. But on the other hand, very positive time when it comes to you putting an effort out in the world for actually promoting spirituality, actually changing other people's life, becoming a mentor, becoming a teacher, becoming a guide to other people. Because Rahu is coming to the fifth house, this time your speculative gains also go up. Suddenly you get some kind of gains. Maybe you are working somewhere and they say, okay, you know what, this is what I will give you, some raise or some money or some great things. Achanak se, like suddenly you will get some things, which is the nature of Rahu, to give you sudden things. So all the best. This is a very, very nice transit. When we come to Moon, it enters into Sagittarius and now also receives a very pure, positive, wonderful aspect of Jupiter on its own sign. Moon in the third house, not that great, because Moon is an emotional planet. When it comes here, rather than practical communication, you do lot of turn around and around emotional communication. So I suggest that be very practical. If there is any help needed to siblings, monetary also, be very practical, that okay, I am going to be lending you this much money, but when is it going to come back? In career also, you will see people diplomatically behaving with you. So you also have to become diplomatic, not emotional. Don't try to be the victim here, or don't try to be a naive person. Try to be more sharp, more intelligent, and don't agree on other people, because they know that emotionally you are weak. They will try to force you into something. This is what you should be worried about this month or this week. Sun finally enters into Taurus. Now here, when you look at Sun, the 11th house lord is sitting 10th from itself. Suddenly some gains from social circle is seen here. There is positivity. There can be sudden gains that can come through social circle. There can also be sudden travel with a group of friends that can be happening. There can be leisure travel that can be seen, or workplace wise, if you are trying to achieve some goal, you will be absolutely determined during this time to achieve the goal. Sun is a malefic. In the 8th house, it becomes neutral. Neither gives you very good results, neither give you very bad results. So in this neutral state, Sun can create little bit of negative results also, like means egoistic approach when it comes to in-laws, when it comes to inheritance, when it comes to partnership, shared resources. In that cases, you become little bit of egoistic or sometimes angry also. So try to be calm down. Whatever is in your kismat, in your destiny written here or here, you will get it without fail. So don't overdo. You have to put efforts, but don't overdo. That's what my suggestion is. Astrology for beginners, we are doing 16 of astrology classes. Do at your own pace. 40 plus hours of lectures are there, and 1 hour of free appointment can be also taken. Link is in the bio. So all the best. Scorpio ascendant. When we look at Scorpio ascendant here, Lagna is where moon will become debilitated, and this is getting debilitated on the 13th of May. What is this debilitation doing? This debilitation is doing actually great for you because there is a Rashi Parivartan. Moon is also debilitated, Mars is also debilitated, both in each other houses. That means they become now extremely powerful benefics. And since Moon is in Kendra, aspected by Jupiter, that to a very high degree of Jupiter, as Jupiter is transiting the next day, Moon becomes extremely powerful. So don't take Moon in a small, what you say here. You may feel a little bit of dull and emotionally a little bit of challenging, but when Moon looks at the 7th house here, partnership, partnership is where you will actually gain from. Suddenly, you will get some like last minute of Saturn transiting, maybe May 14, 15. You will get some great result related to partnership. When it comes to spouse also, when it comes to business partners also, you may see that sudden rise in your reputation, and basically it will be like you saved the day. That is how these planetary positions are happening right now. Finally, Jupiter will enter into the 8th house. It's an actual time to receive inheritance or receive some great wealth, because second house lord is in the 8th house, aspecting the second house. Foreign travels, expenses related to luxury, or maybe purchasing a home, everything is possible during this time, because Jupiter is aspecting the with the 9th aspect on the 4th house, where Rahu is going to be coming. So don't worry about your inner peace and happiness and home environment. Jupiter is already controlling it. From October till December, we have to be careful. For that, we'll make a video and the remedies also. But this time, Jupiter is superb when it comes to international travel, when it comes to wealth accumulation. So not wealth receiving, finally saving wealth, saying that, okay, this is my safe wealth now. You will see that. Very beautiful. Finally, Moon will also enter into the second house in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is aspecting Moon here. Now, when Jupiter aspects Moon, it is Gaj Kesari Yog, but this is not very great houses. Second house is called a Maraka house, and 8th house is called a Dushtana. So in such cases, Gaj Kesari Yog does not happen. But still, both benefics looking at each other can help solve some misunderstandings, either in speaking, communication, or anything that has to do with your workplace. Your destiny is going to be shining, and you will get some really good news related to wealth because of destiny. That's how it's supposed to be. Rahu is moving to your 4th house, where Jupiter is already transiting to the 4th house. So, aspecting the 4th house. So you're all safe. No big drama in your home. Only thing Rahu can does is put you into illusion or confusions in home. But Jupiter's wisdom is there to guide you, so do not worry about it. Finally, Sun will enter into Taurus, into the Kendra here. If you look, 10th house lord sitting 10th from itself, improvement in status. Your net worth also increases, your improvement in status. Relationship wise with spouse, there can be a little bit of ego clashes. But when it comes to workplace, Pada Prapati, that means getting some designation. It is, if you're going to Sun Mahadasha Antardasha or Venus Mahadasha Antardasha, and Venus and Sun, you are supposed to receive some great benefit during this time. So all the best. Do at your own pace astrology for beginners. We have 16 astrology classes that are pre-recorded, 40 plus hours of lectures, and 1 hour appointment is free after you book this. So all the best. See you on the other side after your course is complete. Sagittarius. Now, Moon is in Scorpio. When we talk about Moon here, Moon is the lord of the 8th house in the 12th house, debilitated, but still creates a very big yoga called Viprit Raj Yoga. When Jupiter from the Dushtana looks at Moon in the Dushtana, it is not it is not a Raja Yoga. It is a Viprit Raja Yoga, but it is not a Gaj Kesari Yoga. In such cases, Jupiter tried to do better for you in foreign countries, but Moon here can create little bit of emptiness inside you when you are in a foreign country, or if you are in a foreign country. So there is some problem like that. Expenses can rise, especially related to medicines, related to some kind of doctor's visit, relating to even buying something unnecessary. You go, you buy, and you come and you say, why the hell did I buy this? It is of no use. That kind of, your brain does not work in a right way. Great time for meditation, great time for spiritual retreats, great times for hatha yoga. So do that at the most. Jupiter, finally, Kendra Lord comes in the Kendra. Very, very good time. The Lord of the Ascendant, 7th from itself, the Lord of the 4th house, fourth from itself. This means that here positively we are going to expect some kind of great news related to marriage, possibility of starting expanding your family, possibility of making great money through partnerships in your goal completion through partnership. Look at the aspect of Jupiter, aspect on the 11th house, aspect on the ascendant, aspect on the third house. That means here 11th and third aspect says that you may gain money from masses during this time. So some kind of mass approach is what you are going to do. Jupiter aspecting the ascendant will make you a little bit of fat, because wherever Jupiter aspects, it creates like weight gain. So be careful about it. Seventh house Jupiter related to your spouse or business partner will also show a very religious and a very ethical approach towards you. So this is a beautiful thing that is happening for Sagittarius ascendant people. There is a complete big video also on Jupiter, which I have uploaded, so you can go there and get more insights. Finally, both of the planet, the Lord of the eighth house in the ascendant and aspecting each other, this is one scenario where a little bit of extramarital affairs, etc., can happen. There can be emotional dependence or resilience on some other person, not your wife or spouse. Even in business partnership, you may, I'm not saying cheating, but you may explore new options as well, that okay, let me look at other people. Such kind of things are happening. So depending on your dasha antardasha, you will have to take the right decision. But when both are in the kendras, they create a Gaj Kesari Yoga, which is very powerful yoga, very great for marriage, very great for personality development, higher learning, also possible if you want to do any kind of extrovert activity like doing a donation, charity. Absolutely. You have to be connected to groups this time. This whole 1 year, you have to be connected to groups to get the maximum speculative benefit because of the fifth aspect of Jupiter on the 11th house. Okay. All the best. Rahu is coming to the third house, in the house of Parakrama, in the house of power. And look, Jupiter is aspecting this house. So automatically Rahu is in control of Jupiter. So don't worry about mishaps. Only thing, Rahu in the third house is an obsessive planet. Third house is a house of courage. Sometimes you need courage to take life and also give up life. So in such cases, many people get demotivated also. We want to be absolutely motivated because good times are here. So don't worry about anything. Sun enters into Taurus, the ninth house lord sitting exactly 10th from itself. One of the beautiful things that will happen is any legal troubles that you're going through, any problems in legal, enemy problems, any debt problems, you will find a solution here. Your destiny will give you a solution. There is possibility that those people who are working in a isolated places may also change their location. There can be possibility of changing a location. So that is one beautiful thing. Sun, looking at the 11th house or 12th house, also mentions that there can be interaction with a lot of foreign people or maybe people who are of different culture. And because the 9th house lord is also Sun, right? So it's about different cultures. And these people can come in your life and give you spiritual guidance as well, and also work guidance that, okay, this is how you should commence your work. So let's hope that you meet something very nicely and rightly here so that you can take things forward in a very, very positive way. Now, in the description below, we have two things. That is, number one is the WhatsApp group where you can go and get your chart analysis done. And secondly, we have 16 astrology pre-recorded classes with 40 plus hours of lectures. Do at your own pace. And after that, 1 hour appointment is free. So please take the advantage of this. Everyone does not get it. So all the best. Capricorn ascendant. Now, when we talk about Capricorn ascendant here, Moon is entering into Scorpio, into the 11th house of your social circle and getting debilitated there in the house of elder siblings also. But the positivity here is that Moon and Mars have changed houses. It's called Rashi Parivartana Yoga. And this is not less than a Raj Yoga. Moon becomes benefic, Mars also becomes benefic here. So relationship wise also you will see improvement, and gains wise also you will see improvement. Suddenly you will have some kind of great gains without expecting that, oh, this happened. The all reason, another here is the connecting the dots. Moon is putting an aspect on the 5th house, that is to Jupiter. So in that case, Jupiter is not creating any yoga in the 11th house, but Moon is looking here and creating Gaj Kesari yoga in the 5th house. So that means removal of obstacles, speculative gains, gains through children, reconciliation with children. Jupiter is at a very, very high degree. If you are expecting some higher education or want to start teaching, this is a very, very great option for you. Finally, Now, this is one challenging situation, not 100% challenging, but yes, little challenging. The Lord of the 12th house has come to the 6th house and making a Viprit Raj Yoga. In such cases, you will see that lot of obstacles will come when it comes to foreign countries. Look at the planet. Jupiter is looking with the 7th aspect on the 12th house. This means that unless and until you go to a foreign country, mostly in collaboration, it will not be a great news for you. So you have to think about some collaboration. Very good time for career, because the 5th aspect of Jupiter is happening on the 10th house. So career wise, you will rise, and also wealth accumulation will happen. Rahu is coming to the 2nd house, so don't take it in a lighter way. And Jupiter is putting the 9th aspect on the 2nd house. You will start gaining wealth, accumulating wealth, and maybe after clearing your debts, sorry, you can say that I have some amount now left in my bank account. With the 9th aspect of Jupiter, whatever you say during this time will also turn out to be very, very extremely intuitive and powerful, because Rahu is also here. Rahu is a planet of intuition and lottery and money and material wealth, aspected by Jupiter with the 9th aspect. That means your destiny is now placed in the 2nd house. You're getting money from family ties, from speaking, from your, from your body language, from your attitude, is where you will start getting money from. So make the most use of this. There is a full video on Jupiter that we have created. You can go and search on the channel, you will get it, which will be more clear for you. All the best with this transit. It's an amazing transit, but only thing is, health wise, you have to be careful. 12th house Lord in the 6th house for a long period of time can also tell that regular donations to temple, regular donation to places of religious purposes, like maybe, temples that are opened by, or hospitals that are opened by religious organizations. In such, go and donate few things whenever you can. This will help you mitigate the effects of this placement for the next 1 year. Finally, moon comes here. Look at moon, 7th house Lord in the 12th house. There is going to be expenses related to partner. But because Jupiter is looking at moon, you may also find specific ways of partnership to move to a foreign country. Because Jupiter is aspecting the 12th house, gains from foreign countries also seen during this time. So maybe if you're working for a client from a foreign country, you will see that things are now turning out to be, conversion is happening, and you will find much benefit. Moon in the 12th house, moon is a maraka here, by the way. In the 12th house can also take you towards hospitals or some kind of challenges, maybe for the mother. Moon represents mother. Maybe some expenses related to mother, maybe some expenses even related to your partner. 7th house is where it is in the 12th house. So expenses, sometimes these expenses are your spouse is saying, let's go for a holiday in a foreign country. You say, okay, I have no option, let me take some debt and go. That's what happens here. So be careful and take calculated risks. Now here, sun enters into Taurus. Now sun sorry, is the 8th house Lord and sitting exactly 10th from itself in the 5th house. Don't take it on face value, but 5th house and 8th house, if they have any kind of combination, this is lottery yoga. Some kind of lottery or sudden gains, sudden speculative gains, gains from children, meeting back children, intimate time with your partner, romantic partner, getting into new love affairs is possible. But sun is a cruel malefic planet. It can create ego clashes as well, so we have to be careful. But great time when it comes to investment in stock market, share markets, or even long-term investments in, any kind of mutual funds is possible. Take mutual funds are subject to market risks. Talk to your, advisor and then take decision. Okay, this is a disclaimer they say. That's what I'm also saying. But yes, good time to gain money, by the way. This month, money wise, you are sorted actually for the 1 year, because Jupiter is looking at the 2nd house and money can never go down when Jupiter comes here. So it's an absolute blessing for all the people who have Capricorn ascendant. Now, there is one common question that people are asking about joining the WhatsApp group where their chart analysis are done. So here you can go down and you can take the 3 question chart appointment. There are 6-8 admins who can help you, and on top of that, there is also possibility of joining astrology for beginners, the do at your own pace, all pre-recorded 16 astrology classes, 40 plus hours of lectures, and 1 hour of free appointment after you complete this. So all the best. Make the most of this. This is very short time, because already 65, 70 people have taken. I have to devote 70 hours. And I will be stopping this so that once they are complete, then I will again be launching it. So all the best. Moon enters Scorpio. When we talk about Moon here, Moon is the lord of the sixth house, exactly fifth from itself in the 10th house of career, debilitated. That means very important time to not take things emotionally, but take things practically at workplace. Emotional resilience, emotionally, you may be weak during this time to take decisions in workplace. Jupiter is still putting a very, very powerful, illuminated, highest degree aspect here on Moon. But we have to be careful with this placement because the moon is the sixth house lord. Sixth house is also enemies, problems. So in workplace, enemies can cause you trouble, which may require extra attention. And also, don't try to help anyone emotionally that, oh, you know what, I am going to leave, I have this problem, I want you to take over and help me. Say, I'm sorry, I already have pre-commitment, I cannot do it. Because otherwise, other people's shit you will have to clear off, and you will be very annoyed and very, very difficult. One good thing has happened is that sixth house and 10th house lord have interchanged their planets. Moon has gone to the house of Mars, Mars has gone to the house of Moon. This nullifies the malefic effect of Moon to at least out of 100%, only 20% remains malefic in, or powerless, we can say, in debilitation, because it is also receiving an aspect of Jupiter. So somehow I feel that automatically you will take the right decisions, but you may come across such situations like this. Later, Jupiter is the planet that everyone has been waiting for. And what better of a planet to come either in the first house, fifth house, and ninth house. And for next 1 year, since Jupiter is Atichari, it will travel to the sixth house as well. But overall, it will be staying in the sign of Gemini for 1 year. What a beautiful time. You guys are worried that Rahu will come to the first house, disaster happens, this, that, what not. No, don't worry, because Jupiter is putting an aspect on the first house, and that too not any normal aspect, the ninth aspect. Jupiter is putting the seventh aspect on the 11th house, and Jupiter is putting aspect on the ninth house. So that means the house of Dharma, the house of Dharma, and the house of Dharma, all three places are under the influence of Jupiter, which will make sure that you are at excellence. You are in excellent situation. In the next 1 year, no obstacles, no problem, no struggle, no trouble. Everything you will feel that blessings of God is happening. There will be challenges. You will come to the end of it and it will get solved. That's how Jupiter works. Those who are thinking of education, going to foreign country, getting childbirth done, they have 2 children now, thinking about the third child, also good. If you have 3 children, thinking about the fourth child, then also good. If they have 4 children, thinking about the fifth child, that's also good. You know why? This is the first child. 1, 2, 3. The younger sibling of the child is second is this. 1, 2, 3. The younger sibling of the second child is ninth house. 1, 2, 3. The younger sibling of the third child is the 11th house. And 1, 2, 3. The younger sibling of the fourth child is the first house. So in that cases, it is ready. You can be ready to make multiple kids. Even if it is first child, Jupiter is sitting here, it can give you great results. Now remember, wherever Jupiter sits, it's okay, neutral. But wherever it aspects, it gives you great results. If you're thinking of going to foreign country for education, higher education, yes, please enroll. You may be going by September, October, or maybe February. That is how the timeline looks. And here, Jupiter will be aspecting 11th house. Your goals and aspirations will get complete. And Jupiter is looking at the ascendant with the ninth aspect. Here, in such cases, you find Guru. You find mentors during this time. You find people who come to guide you, who come to actually take you to the next level. So look for mentors, because see, ninth and second house both are active. So look for mentors during this time, because somehow there is some positivity that I am seeing here. Finally, Moon will enter into the sign of Sagittarius, aspected by Jupiter. Now this is the house of recovery also. So if you are going through health problems, if there is any problem related to water retention, a lot of eye related problem, lot of problem related to cold, cough, chest, phlegm, you will see that a relief happens to you when Moon comes into the 11th house. Also gains from your social circles, social people. Also sometimes gains from your elder siblings also happens. In this time, this is a time which says that because it is receiving a proper seventh aspect of Jupiter in the house of Jupiter, you should be an extrovert person. The more and more you go to events and things like that, you will be able to convert yourself in a better and a nicer way. So all the best. Finally, Kendra Lord, Sun. The seventh house Lord is sitting 10th from itself. That means an important time for work life balance. Partnership can bring you inner peace and happiness. There is also possibility that new work ventures start. Sun looking at the 10th house, it's a house of a, what you say, friend. And 10th house Lord, 10th from itself in the 4th house, that means work from home. If you have been looking for such opportunities, you may even get that kind of an opportunity. And in from work from home, your status also increases. If you're already working from home, there is a possibility of hierarchies, getting a letter suddenly in your email that you are promoted. Such kind of beautiful thing happens. Only one thing that is problem is that sometimes here your mom and dad may fight and you may be a part of it, and it may create little bit of challenges for you also. So emotionally disturbing time, but professionally, money wise, awesome time. Do at your own pace. Astrology for beginners, we have 16 astrology classes and 40 plus hours of lectures on it. So it's you can take it, learn it at your pace, and then after you are done, we will do 1 hour of free appointment. That's what how it works. So all the best, have a great time, and let's move to Roji Pisces. When we talk about Pisces, Moon becomes debilitated in the ninth house for Pisces ascendant people. When we look at Moon here, it is the Lord of the fifth house and exactly gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth from itself. And there is a Rashi Parivartan yoga between ninth house Lord and fifth house Lord. So this debilitation is actually a Raja yoga. On top of that, it is aspected by a benefic Jupiter. So honestly, this moon debilitation is just on the papers, but actually it will give you very great results. Only thing that moon can do wrong here is that little bit of challenges when it comes to father, when it comes to relationship with father or with mentors or gurus. But if you're thinking of higher education, if you're thinking of foreign country, if you're thinking of your children to foreign country, or getting conception done, maybe getting childbirth done, in fact, this is also the time when you see Jupiter is going to be moving very, very soon here. Jupiter is going to be aspecting the ninth house. So before it also, right now, partially it is aspecting because it is already in higher degree. You will see that there is possibility of getting into what we say, possibility of getting into higher education, something like new learning, new courses, new ideas. One more thing, moon in the ninth house can take you towards pilgrimages, maybe to a emotional devotional center, to a center either with your father or your guru. You may want to visit your guru and you may go to an ashram or a temple. That kind of thing is what is happening here. Now Jupiter finally moves into Gemini. This is what everyone is waiting for, because Jupiter was in Upchaya house. Very difficult when a planet, a benefic planet, sits in third house, sixth house, eighth house, 11th house, 12th house. Such benefic planet lose their benefic qualities and they are not able to give you 100% benefic results. But when the Lagna Lord comes in Kendra, and especially fourth from itself, seventh from itself, that means this is an invincible time. Look at it. Rahu going to your 12th house, moon, Jupiter will already be aspecting the 12th house before Rahu even goes there. That means foreign settlement is number one priority and will happen for you in a very pleasant and smooth way. So if you're looking for some foreign travel, foreign settlement, one of the positive things. Jupiter is putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth aspect on the 8th house. If you look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8th house, 8th house is the house of research, development, analytics, anything that has to do with astrology, occult sciences, numerology, fears, phobias, your inheritance, your shared resources, your in-laws. If any of these areas were completely challenged for you, you will see a complete relief in this area. Even if it is a dushtana, there will be lot of positive things that you can see. On the other hand, if you see, Jupiter is looking at the career house. So career growth is what you can expect in the next 1 year into something great. If you want to do any startups between October and December, we will make a complete video on it, because Jupiter is going to become Atichari, right? It's going to go to the sign of Cancer also. So we will discuss that time. But prepare yourself to launch something, to create something. People should be scared, because as far as AI is going, many people will lose their jobs, man. Many people will lose their jobs. So everyone has to become self-dependent. There are three areas, Rohitji, in this life where AI cannot do anything. Remember, three areas. These are the three areas which everyone should be working on. I do a lot of research, so I know. Number one, AI itself. AI is controlled by humans only. So those who are taking engineering, those who are doing engineering, try to go into robotics and AI. Number one is that. Secondly, agriculture. AI cannot do anything related to agriculture. If you sow a seed, then only the plant will come out. And third, medical, especially medicine, chemicals. AI cannot do anything in that area also. So if you are in the area related to medicine, medical, if your area related to farming, agriculture, and also in engineering or in computer science, and but in AI and robotics, then your future is bright. Other subdivisions are doctors, nurses, and this that. Their job also cannot be replaced anytime by AI. But surgeons, I have seen, Rohiji, now robots are doing surgery for people. In that cases there will be some problem, and here Jupiter tells you that go into more research, more depth in your life. Try to look at that in your career, and also expand yourself in a foreign country. In such places you will see that something great is happening. I've made a pure, complete, large, big scale video on Jupiter. You can go and look at that. That will also help you to understand this transit much better. Moon comes in Kendra, fifth house lord in the 10th house, sixth from itself, aspected by Jupiter. What a beautiful thing for it to happen. Now, what happens here, Ruiji? Here, your career, the emotional dependence that you want your career, you get it. That means your previous work is also recognized, your creativity is recognized, and for that you get hierarchy also. Those people who are looking for a new job, new beginnings also happen, because fifth house lord is sixth from itself. Fifth house is the house of new beginnings, beginning of creativity, beginning of children, beginning of love life, beginning of startups, all happen with the fifth house. And here the fifth house lord is in the 10th house, so it will all happen for your career. So all the best. Beautiful time. This is a proper Gaj Kesari Yoga when Jupiter is in the third house, not aspected by any malefic, and also, what you say, Moon is here. Moon is still getting an aspect of Saturn, but Saturn is at a very low degree. Still, there is no big power of Saturn that can affect Moon right now. So all the best. Your career is going to go up. And Sun finally enters into Taurus. Now, when we look at Sun here, Sun is the lord of the sixth house and got exactly 10 from itself. So some good communication. Sometimes your enemies may try to, harm your image. But in this time, clear communication is required. Aggressive communication is not required. Point to point, research based communication is required, because your destiny is powerful. Look at Sun aspecting the ninth house. That is the house of Mars. But destiny is very good. But the sixth house lord has gone 10 from itself. That means workplace, you will have communication issues. You will have short distance travels. There can be possibility of rift between friends also. That you have to take into consideration and make sure that you work in a nicer, calmer, and non-egoistic way. You can keep the ego in yourself. There is a movie called Pushpa, Rohitji. Pushpa, it's a so that story of the movie is that guy who's the hero, he does something, he does some smuggling and whatnot, and there comes a cop, and that cop is very harsh on him, and he slaps him. So he does not do anything that time. He says, okay, sorry, forgive me, this, that, whatnot, and then he becomes very good friends with the cop. Gives him money, this, that. Even on the wedding day, he goes to the cop, and finally, when he see the time is right, he's drunk and everything, then he starts bashing him. So what happens is that he showed patience. He wait for the right time. I'm not saying be a bad person like him, but I'm saying that sometimes immediate aggression can create losses for you only. Hold it. If someone has done, Lord Krishna says that someone who does not give answer to adharmi, that means someone who's done wrong, is also bad. So in this cases, when sixth house lord has gone to the third house, hold your horses. Let sun come to Kendra. 11th, then you will gain from enemies. So this month, be very silent. Let's see what people are doing to you. Don't react, overreact. Don't say aggressive. Be very practical. Say, okay, you know what? Oh, there is a mistake. Okay, no problem. Other guys also should feel that I am not provoking him. Why the hell he is not reacting? That is how you'll be able to manage this time. Okay, all the best. Do at your own pace. Astrology for beginners. We have 16 astrology classes and 40 plus hours of lectures. 1 hour of free appointment after you complete this. So all the best. Link is in the bio. So have a great time. And thank you, Rohit. Thank you for your service and thank you to everyone. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you, Kashji. Take care of yourself. And in such a situation when very difficult to speak in a fever, you done this video. Thank you very much. And for the appointments number on the screen, and same for the classes. Thank you very much, Akashji. Thank you. We'll meet you in some next video. Take care till then. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai
Jai
Mata.
Hanuman. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Lakshmi. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.